Well, I've been asked to say what is my preferred sort of game console. Well, I'm just going to go through all the types of game consoles that are out there, the most popular ones, and what I think of them, and I'll give you a conclusion as to what my favorite one is at the end. So, let's get to it. Well, firstly, let's go through Xbox One's features and what I think of Xbox One. Well, Xbox One has a Blu-ray DVD optical drive, so you'll be able to watch your favorite films that you want to watch. It does have an upload studio, so if you are a YouTuber and wish to upload gameplays, then this is a great console for you. RAM, it has 8 gigabytes of DDR3, which is a bit of lower end compared to other gaming consoles that are out there. Flash memory, it has 8 gigabytes of flash memory. It has 8 core of AMD custom CPU with a frequency of 1.75 gigahertz. The GPU has a clock speed of 853 megahertz, which is a bit lower than I would have expected it to be. 500 gigabyte of hard drive. However, it's not replaceable, so if you do damage it or something, or you've gone over the limit, then you can't replace it with another one. But you will be able to put external hard drive, so that doesn't cause that much of a problem. In terms of second screen, so can you use another screen with it? Yes, you can, using a smart glass app or with your phone, Android, iOS, or Windows phone. It has cloud storage as expected from Microsoft because they have SkyDrive and everything. And yes, you will have some mandatory gaming installs with it, so that might take extra storage up. There was no used game fee, so if you have a game and someone's used it and you want to use it on your console, you don't have to pay anything extra for it. You will have a few apps already downloaded for you, like Skype and Party Chat, so you can communicate with other people. It does have motion control because Xbox was the first one to do some type of motion control using your hands without an actual controller in hand, and that's the Kinect. Alright, well, the Kinect 2. It does have voice commands, which is great, and it does require you to have some subscription, so you need the Xbox Live subscription, which can cost around £40, I believe, for around 3 months. It does have USB ports. It has 3 USB 3.0 ports, which is great because it's using fast data transfer USB port. It can do live stream, which is great for people who are Twitch users, and you will be able to stream as you wish. In terms of networking, you can use a gigabit Ethernet or Wi-Fi. It does have HDMI input and output to connect with your TV. It uses DirectX 11.2 as an API, and it has mouse and keyboard support if you are using the internet. So, well, what do I first think of the Xbox One? When I think of the Xbox One, I think of it as more of an entertainment system rather than a gaming system. Well, it does have a combination of both. That's why I think it's great for its price, because it's giving you all in one rather than the PS4, which is more focused on one. Xbox One is a great piece of great console. I do like the controllers because I've used an Xbox before, and I've preferred the Xbox 360 controller because of its it's much more comfortable in hand. However, I do think the specs are a bit lower than the other consoles we will see. Also, the console in itself looks a bit boxy. It doesn't have any spectacular design. However, that might not really be an issue because you're just going to box away somewhere. But it does have that Kinect feature with voice commands and everything, and Xbox has been in the market for voice commands and stuff for a longer period of time than any other console, so it might be a good idea to stick with them if you do like the voice control service. So that is for Xbox One. Let's move on to PS4. Well, now we're going to be talking about the PS4. Well, the PS4 has a single chip custom processor with a low power 64-bit a Jaguar processor by AMD, and it has 8 cores. It has a great GPU which has 1.84 teraflops, and it's AMD next generation Radeon based graphics engine. It has a GDDR5 and it's 8 gigabytes, and that's why people got a bit of a controversy as well there, because of the memory being much better in the PS4 than the Xbox One, and the GPU is much better, as well as the CPU to some extent. The storage size is 500 gigabytes, so it's the same with the Xbox as well, and it is compatible with Blu-rays and DVDs. However, people are finding there are quite a bit of issues with running films, Blu-ray discs and DVD discs on the PS4 compared to the Xbox One. The input and the output, well, there is the USB 3.0 ports, and there are 2 of them, and there is an AUX port as well as the other stuff. There's an Ethernet port as usual, and Bluetooth, as well as Wi-Fi, and there's a HDMI out port and all the other good stuff. I'll leave links below as to where you can find more details on them. Okay, so my initial impressions of the PS4 is that it's great looking design. It has a much better tech in terms of specifications. The PS3 is much better, and that therefore it's much more for gamers and people who are really hardcore gamers. And I think it also depends on the controller as well that you're going to be using. I prefer the Xbox One controller because it's much easier to hold for me, rather than the PS4 controller, which feels a bit awkward. However, the PS4 are trying to integrate the touchscreen feature as well, and if you like that kind of thing, then go for the PS4, and it is normally for gamers. The thing about the Xbox One is that it's an all-in-one. It's good, has a good entertainment package as well as a great gaming package as well. And also the UI of the Xbox One, it looks much better in my opinion. However, you may say the PS4 UI looks much better, and that is your opinion, because it really depends on the user's choice and what they feel comfortable with. For me, the Xbox One feels comfortable at first glance, but for you guys it might be different. The Xbox One follows the similar type of tiles UI based, whereas the PS4 seems to use a different type of UI, where they use horizontal list based kind of thing, and I guess some people find that more comfortable than using the Windows UI. Alright, so let's move on to Wii U, which is okay. So we're gonna go through the Wii U features. So the first thing is that the CPU is IBM Power based multi-core microprocessor. It has an AMD Radeon based high definition GPU, and the storage is 32 gigabytes instead of the 500 gigabytes you see in the other consoles, and the basic package only contains 8 gigabytes. It does have SD card support, so you can increase your storage there, but it's only up to 32 gigabytes, so it's not that much. In terms of networking, you can only use wireless. Ethernet is not available in the Wii U, so if you don't have that kind of if you don't have wireless yet, then you better get wireless if you want to use this. The video output supports 1080p, so then that's the maximum. It goes from 480p to 1080p. There are 2 types of controller, which is the touchpad controller, or the gamepad they call it, and then the Wii remote as well. So they try to use both features so people can play. It can be a bit confusing sometimes using both of them, but it's very simple to use once you get the hang of it. The Wii U, the features of Wii that distinguishes it from the other consoles is that it has its own types of games like Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart, that you can't get in any other consoles, and that's what makes Wii U stand out a bit from the others. However, due to its lower end specs, it does kind of lack, but it does offer a great fitness tool as well. However, the other consoles have started doing that as well with the Kinect in place and PS Move. So that is the Wii U. One of the best ones I think out there is a computer itself. If you can, because it's so customizable,
and you can do whatever games there is. Like, you can just play whatever game there is, but it does cost a lot of money. That is one of the biggest issues of building a custom PC, that it's really like high tech and it can cost a bit of money to get there. Also, it can cause issues if you don't really know the technical aspects of things. But if you can get a really good computer, then it's really good for gaming rather than any other consoles out there. However, there are some issues with computers in itself, because there's some games that haven't come out on PC lately, like GTA 5, but they will come out soon because most gamers are PC gamers out there. Because PC is like the legend of all the other computers out, all the other consoles, because you can't really beat the PC in technical aspects, because that's just not possible. But in terms of affordability, all the other consoles are much better in that respect, and you have like a multiplayer society and everything. But then again, on PC you've got your Steam, you've got Origin, things like that, where you can communicate with other people, buy games and stuff as well. So that's a great aspect of using a PC over any other console. But in my preference would be a PC because of its customizability and its enhanced features due to its customizability. And so that's all. I'm not going to give any specific specs on the computers. However, I will link down below some really good computers that you could buy yourself. Also, this has been sponsored by online key stores, so please do check them out in the links below, and that will help me out a lot. And that's it. So that's it. Random help over and out, and I'll see you. The review bit helps, the shout out bit, well,